Okay, what we got here is 70 horsepower Johnson. And then if we look over here, we have a tag. And it says 70 ESL 75B. I don't know if that'll come out or not, but right in here. And somebody removed the trim unit. It's no longer there, but there is an old switch laying here, and I don't know where it went to, but I don't see any of the wiring going down to the motor, unless I just haven't seen it yet. Maybe it comes up through the loom or something. I'm gonna look at that later, but it doesn't look like that's working. And then it was a no crank, so obviously no start, so it wouldn't even crank. And what I discovered off camera was they had a ground wire. I don't have it hooked up right now there, folks. Yeah, I got it laying up here somewhere. This ground wire is probably good. It's laying down there. But there was no ground to here. Alright, so I didn't know why we didn't have ground here, because it was just going to the solenoid here to here. I just made up another cable because I use a jumper cable to diagnose this, and brought it over to our negative side. So now she'll fire. And I put up my spark checker, and I do have good spark. I don't know what the compression is yet. I thought I would see if it would fire, so I put a little bit of some of that Behrman's B12 in there, because it's got like a little bit of oil, right? It won't hurt anything. Squirted that in there, had some water down here. I don't know if it pees yet or not. And anyway, look at this. This looks pretty bad. This is our power pack. It's old, but maybe we can get it to come back around a little. You know, I mean, it is firing. So we got. Looks like we maybe have at least the stator and the trigger is working. Now, once it heats up, we don't know. At least they had the air box on. The carbs do look a little dirty. I could clean this up. Yeah, so anyway, I could clean that up and see if I can get her to run. The problem I'm having is that I went ahead and I got my tank, so that's my tank. We're not going to use their tank, because look at their tank. It looks terrible. I mean, like, this thing is so hard, like, it would never run. So when this was connected, this fuel pump, it was weeping out this hole. There's a little bitty weep hole, see that? So then I'm thinking maybe they didn't have it connected properly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna disconnect it all, because I think this is your output side, if I remember right. Hook this pump back up and see which one of these lines we get fuel coming out of. And just I don't have a brand new one of these. I do have one that's in the garage. They are showing like a block mount, and I have one, but I don't think I have the gasket. So I found a gasket, put it in, but I don't think it's going to seal up. So I may have to try to get an O-ring somewhere that'll fit in that guy. And if not, then I'll just have to buy another one, and that'll cost me another $50. You know, when they get older like this, you just don't know what the reed valves, what they kind of look like. And to be honest with you, I don't remember. I think this one might have the reeds, they're either right back here, I have to look at the diagrams, or they're like in here. Anyway, I don't think they're on the flywheel. I mean on the crankshaft. I don't think they're on the crank yet. You know, definitely needs to be cleaned up, but it may not be bad, you know. It's gonna definitely need a carb job. So we got 3 carburetors, and first thing I'm gonna do is maybe I'm gonna get some silicone spray and just spray it down, kind of lubricate things back up, hook up my tank and see if I can figure out what's going on here. Obviously somebody's been in here because that's not a proper tie wrap, so I'm gonna cut that. I think I got my, I may not have my clips out here, but so let me get that going and I'll be back in a second. What could I do, man? So I got this, you know. So I think I'm gonna hook it onto my gas. And let's see if it's just hooked up wrong. What's going on? So it's like 5/16 line is what that is. I don't know if I can get it tight enough, but I'm gonna try. Okay. Something to catch. Well, I hit it yesterday to deal with Larry, but I had to walk away from it. I'm trying to see which one fuel comes out. Out that one. Okay. So that's her out. I think we were hooked up right. Let's see what happens when we hook it back up. So, you know this is where our fuel comes out. So, let me go back on with this, which is our pulse line. some of these has you know, it's engine pulse, and they're either, you know, they're off of this off the engine somehow. Sometimes they're mounted on the engine and they have a little hole in the back, and then that's how it gets the pulse. This one connects to the engine with a hose. So then I got this, which goes to the carburetors. So it's just gonna go onto this one. Which maybe the reason it's like that back pressure is because the carburetors probably need to be cleaned. And I've learned my lesson not to just tear into that, because, you know, then they don't want it. They want, like, he might want to do it himself. I don't know. All right, so now I'm gonna connect my hose back up to it and see what it does. The other thing I could do is I could squirt some fuel that way. I don't know, you know, see if it's leaking still. I do think I have one more. It's like used, but I think it's a good used one. So, but I don't know if it's just a single line, or, and I don't have any kind of battery or anything hooked up, so I'm not really worried about that. It's 70 horsepower. I would go up in size. Alright, now I'm just going to pump the hole and see. That's still not to come out of shape our carburetors are. Yeah, see, as soon as, I don't know if you can see it, but it is leaking from here to watch. See how it's just dumping fuel? So I don't know, my guess, maybe the fuel is not making it, you know, out of here into the carbs. I do have that other fuel pump. I don't know if it'll work. But let me see what I can come up with. I need to use a gasket on the old one, but I think this is going to work. So this is a block mount one. well, I don't know if that's gonna work because this fuel pump, you know, they had different size fittings, so this will be fine for this engine, but this fitting right here is not right. Now I looked, I do have another fitting, but I don't know, you know, it's thing is it's plastic, so you just gotta be careful. You know, if it's the same thread pitch, my little fitting might work. Otherwise, buy the right pump, right? Yeah, I think so. This is a lot. Well, it might be. We'll see. I want to run a new pump because it has the wrong fitting. If you know what I mean. Whoa! I mean, they seem to be about the same diameter, but they don't have the same thread pitch. Not by a long shot. So let me see if I have another fitting. Otherwise, this pump's not gonna work. I couldn't get the old one back in. I said screw it. So I put this fitting on there. Probably tapped its own threads. It's tight. See if it leaks. I don't know. I ain't making a marshmallow. Alright, I got it back on. This is their fuel connector going into my tank. Let's see if we're getting leakage anywhere. Right on the fitting, so I may have to seal that up. Oh well. But yeah, that's okay. Let's see if it'll run. Have to put my 2 screws in, get a battery, fill up the tank. I mean, that's hard. Let's see if it'll run. It would be amazing if it did. Yeah. Thanks for watching, subscribing. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Hey, if you subscribe to the channel, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like button and hang tight. And I added a little rubber O-ring and some Teflon tape off camera, so that should keep it from leaking. Let's see how we do. All right, it's pretty good. I get some water, fill up a tub, go get a battery, see if I can get this thing to run. Because I mean, that's tight. Put this back where I found it. It was kind of in the way, you know. Yeah, alright, so that's how it's looking. There's a little bit of wetness here, but I think that's from earlier. If I think it's leaking, I may disassemble it, cut a little off that hose and add it. It's pretty tight though. I mean, it doesn't seem to be leaking, so let me get set up and see what happens. Alright, put some water, just a little bit, just to see if it should do anything. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, somewhat. Jump's working. See if this thing has a warm up. Yeah, it does. Alright, you can see that yellow stuff I sprayed up in the I guess, I don't know, it's like an air inlet or something that goes down in the carb. I mean, that's bad. So these will kind of need cleaning, I'm sure. But also, the starter was catching on a flywheel, so I put a little grease up there. Sprayed some silicone grease, so maybe that'll start working right, because I think it was going to run, but that starter was hanging up, so you know that's not good. So let's see what happens. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, so probably the fuel bowls are so bad that it needs to be cleaned. You know, we could try to just keep spraying spray, but hoping it kind of leaks down in there, but without, almost need to take this front cover off. Oh man, these carbs are not fun. So, you know, you got two sets of linkage for the choke and then the throttle, and I don't know, man. I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna have to call the guy, because you know, I'm not gonna do it and then he's like, oh, it's too much money. Hey, check out all this yellow check. All the yellow in front of there.
In front of what?
These carbs, they hadn't been, it'll run. Almost.
What's that from running that?
They just, I mean, you know, it's probably sit for who knows how long. And break it up and after it'll start running. strap on a bow or something. Not pulling anything. Alright. Oh, this is fun because like I said, this linkage is all like kind of together. This is not clean carbs, by the way. Yeah, it's not fun. It's just running that old fuel out of there.